Hello everyone, this video is going to be a little bit different. I normally don't do voiceovers, but I wanted to try something new, and I wanted to show you 3 different locations that I discovered in Cancun. Last month I went to visit my parents in Mexico, and I ended up staying in Cancun for 3 days. And as we know, Cancun is this really massive tourism place, full of all-inclusive hotels, nightlife, and I guess if it caters to this specific type of tourist, which is fine if that's the experience that you want to have. Cancun is one of the best options you can have. Uh, but I wanted to see if Cancun could offer me something a little bit more authentic, for lack of a better word. And I also noticed that there is a disconnect between the area where the hotels are, all of the all-inclusive hotels are, and the city itself. So the first location I came across was right across from my hotel, actually. It was called Malecón Tajamar, and it ended up being a perfect location to watch the sunrise. I woke up pretty early that day. I think it was a Saturday, around 6 or 7, and the place was empty. It was absolutely beautiful. There was a ton of wind, but you could hear the tons of birds as well, singing everywhere. And after a while, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes, more people started arriving. I noticed they were doing exercise, they were running around, they were taking pictures of the sunrise. Um, it was really enjoyable, quite calm, and a really nice way to start the day. If you're in the city, it's pretty straightforward. It's basically on the edge of the western side of the lagoon. Um, you can get there walking, you can get there with a taxi, with an Uber. If you're staying in the hotel zone, I would really recommend, yeah, not walking there because it's quite far. I think it's a bit more than half an hour walking. Um, and I wasn't convinced with the sidewalks that take you from the city center to the hotel area. Some of them were a bit, I don't know, not in the best conditions. Um, but otherwise, you, like I said, you can take an Uber, you can take a taxi, and it should be under 20 minutes. Um, it's free. You can just if you get there with a car, you can park it on the street. It's completely safe. If you get there with a bike, obviously, make sure to keep an eye on it. I didn't really see any parking for bikes, but I don't think it should be a problem. The location felt pretty safe. If we're taking the airport in Cancun as a reference, then it's more or less a 20-minute drive, whether you're taking a taxi or um, your own car. It's pretty straightforward, um, pretty easy to find. One last thing before I leave you to the sunrise that I took at the boardwalk. I'm going to write the timestamp in the description of the video, so you can skip to the next location if you'd prefer to do that. Playa Isla Blanca is the second location I would recommend, and it was my favorite by far. It is everything you could imagine of a Caribbean beach. It really is amazing. The sand is super soft, the water is perfect. There is a beach on the east side, obviously with the Caribbean, and on the other side, I think it was a lagoon. I'm not entirely sure. Um, and in between, you have palm trees, lots of nature, lots of birds around, pelicans, I think, coconuts, and barely any people. With that, you should bear in mind that you should take whatever it is that you need to make your stay comfortable, because there are no stores around, there is no facilities of any kind, and you should obviously take your trash with you. Let's remember to keep these locations as clean as possible and respect them as we should with any other kind of environment. This place shows what Cancun used to be like before the 70s, before the big hotels, before the mass tourism. Parque Kabah is the last location I want to talk about. It is in the city center. It's a 20-minute drive from the airport, and it forms part of 5 other eco parks within the city, including the Malecón Tajamar that I showed you at the beginning of the video. If you go there, you'll feel like you're outside of Cancun. There are different animals. I talked to a person that worked there, and this person told me that there are spider monkeys and tons of different birds. There's a playground for the children. There is a small museum. I believe there's an area to, and they have a couple of traditional Mayan houses, which is incredible. You have culture, you have nature, you can do exercise. This park really has it all, and it is a location that I would for sure visit if I'm in Cancun again. So that's it for the voiceover. I want to thank you for watching the video, and hopefully you can visit these locations at some point and enjoy them as much as I did. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.